Hi everyone, Jeremiah Skaggs here. Thanks for joining us today on the Viking Report, a program produced by the Jefferson College TV production class. In a few minutes we'll have a student-hosted trivia show, but first I'll be bringing you some news. After the destruction on the East Coast from Hurricane Sandy, victims are in need, and not just the need to rebuild. Some victims may need to have blood transfusions. JCTV's Ashlyn Johnson shows us how people are helping locally, not just for disasters like Sandy, but for everyone in need of blood.
Ashlyn Johnson here, reporting on the importance of donating blood and helping others. Today we're at Jefferson College at one of the local blood drives. Now let's go see what that's all about. The Red Cross sponsored this blood drive at the Jefferson College Hillsborough campus on November 6th. Students and members of the community lined up to not only donate blood, but to donate life. The process might seem difficult, but some of the people that go through it say otherwise.
It was awesome. It was really easy. Everybody's really nice. They just came in, asked me a couple questions. I gave blood, and that was it.
About 60 people came out to donate and take part in this event. We followed one participant, Sarah, through the process. First, Sarah had to go through a mini physical where nurses gathered all necessary information to make sure she was an eligible donor. Then, she calmly waits in her chair for the nurse to prep her arm for the needle. As Sarah goes through everything, she seems completely at ease and even jokes with the nurse. The Red Cross sponsors 2 blood drives per year at Jefferson College, where students, faculty, and community members all take part. Red Cross workers say without the help of donors, many patients would suffer.
About 1 in every 10 hospital patients will need blood upon being admitted to the hospital. And these can include car accident victims, cancer patients. In fact, some cancer patients need blood transfusions every day as part of their treatment. Victims of violence can sometimes require blood transfusions. Women delivering babies, people going into surgery. There can be any number of patients who may need the blood. And the goal of the American Red Cross and the hospitals that we partner with is to ensure that that blood is available to everyone who needs it.
The Red Cross alone supplies roughly 6.5 million units of blood per year from 4 million donors. If you would like to become one of those donors, visit www.redcross.org. Ashlyn Johnson, JCTV.
The extreme drought this past summer has an afterthought for many as winter approaches. Some local farmers are still experiencing negative effects from the sweltering heat. JCTV's Kevin Mayberry shows us how drought has caused dwindling hay supplies and higher prices.
It was a long hot summer here in Missouri. Nobody suffered more than our farmers, as extreme heat caused crops to wither. But that isn't the only problem. Many farmers and ranchers are now facing a hay shortage and higher prices. The cost of hay has nearly doubled since last year as farmers stock up on their supply for the winter. Here on Ronald Bradley's farm, the horses are left out on a daily basis to graze in the field instead of eating hay. By doing this, the farmer hopes the hay in his barn will last through the winter when there is no grass to graze on. Some people have found other ways to substitute for the hay loss.
With the hay shortage, I've been using the alfalfa cubes. It tends to have the same basic nutrition in it, and it's not a big change in the diet.
Ever since the hay shortage, I've been substituting hay with our Horseman's Edge hay stretcher.
As of now, substituting other feeds for hay is better than feeding the real stuff.
Yeah, I would recommend it. It's a lot cheaper than paying the full overpriced hay cost.
For now, farmers will have to brave the cold months without as much hay for their animals. And they can only hope we don't see a repeat of last summer's heat. I'm Kevin Mayberry reporting for JCTV.
If you visited the Jefferson College Viking Cafe, you may have noticed groups of students playing games. These students are having fun while also participating in an official campus organization. JCTV's Robert Stovall introduces us to the Legion of Gamers.
Hello everyone, this is Robert Stovall. We're today at Jefferson Community College. We're going to go inside the Student Center today, talk to some Legion of Gamers, see what this club is all about.
While observing the gamers, we found Alex Richardson, the president of the club, and asked her some questions about the Legion.
I'm the president of Legion of Gamers, and we're just a gaming club on campus. We're aiming to just improve the community on campus and just make things a little bit less sucky for freshmen who don't have anything to do on campus.
Legion of Gamers presently has 44 members, and when they get together, they play a variety of things, from Monopoly to Halo 4. The Legion is also an active part of the Jefferson College community.
Well, the Legion does a lot of tournaments. We do Magic the Gathering, we do video game tournaments. We're doing, Nazi Zombies should be the 30th of November, which is going to be really great. and we meet every Wednesday at 3 o'clock in room 115 in the Arts and Science 1 building.
Jefferson College is very proud of the Legion of Gamers. It has brought a lot of students together and adds a whole new dimension to college life.
One thing that we're always hearing about from faculty and staff and administration is how they don't want it to be a parking lot campus, where, well, that was very repetitive, but you understand, where people just go from the parking lot to their classroom and then they leave. I mean, and we're trying to help people stick around, maybe spend some money at the cafeteria, just try to do something on campus so that people can see that they're, even though it is community college, their time can be valuable.
After our stimulating conversation with the Legion's president, we asked Legionnaire Patrick Gracel what his opinions on the club were.
Well, I like playing games and I like making friends, and this gives me a chance to do both.
Sounds like a great time. How do I sign up?
Well, anybody's welcome to come to tournaments and events and meetings, so that's fine. But if you want to officially be a member, it's $5. Give it to our treasurer. No big deal.
Well, I hope you all had as much fun as I did. This has been Robert Stovall. I'll see you next time.
Finally, we have sports. Basketball season is upon us. The Jefferson College women's basketball team is 4-2 as of December 4th. JCTV's Kevin Mayberry shows us how the team strives to continue the program's success with a brand new roster and coach.
The Jefferson College women's basketball program has had a lot of success in the past 5 years, posting an excellent 151-22 record and making several appearances in the National Junior College Tournament. Now first-year head coach Steve Cochran is going to try to add to the program's success. Cochran was an assistant coach at Washington University and helped compile a 211-17 record that included 8 University Athletic Association championships and 4 NCAA Division III national championships, which were earned in his first 4 years at Washington University.
My outlook for the season is basically to get the kids to play as hard as we can every night.
Cochran also has expectations to go along with the hard work.
As far as what I expect from the kids, I pretty much expect 3 things from them. I expect them to be model citizens on the campus. I expect them to be student athletes going to class every day and completing their work on time.
With a completely new roster, and the new players are excited to be playing under a new coach.
I think Coach is a really good coach, and I think we're going to be really good this season.
I think this year is going to be a really good year, and Coach Cochran is a really good coach. He's teaching us all the fundamentals, and we're going to have a really great year.
What I like about him is he has a lot of intensity. He's very passionate.
The Vikings begin their home schedule on Saturday, December 1st against Kaskaskia. For the full schedule and more information, check out www.jeffco.edu and click on the JC Athletics link. Reporting for JCTV, I'm Kevin Mayberry.
Now to hockey. As we're almost 2 months into the NHL lockout, St. Louis Blues fans are anxious for their squad to get back into the action. But with each passing day, the 2012 and 2013 season seems to be in jeopardy. I caught up with former Blues player Bernie Federko to get his thoughts on the work stoppage. Just like so many fans, former Blues player and current broadcaster Bernie Federko is playing the waiting game, waiting for the NHL to get back on the ice.
Well, I think it's frustrating for everybody that's involved in hockey, any hockey fan, and of course I'm tied to the game itself because I work with the game.
The lockout has not only affected the fans, it has also affected local businesses. Broadcasters like Federko, concession vendors, and many local bar owners are feeling the effects.
I mean, it's the trickle-down effect, for us and for, whether it's the concession people or the parking people or the restaurants, bars, hotels. I mean, everybody gets affected by something like this.
With this being the third lockout in recent memory, the St. Louis fans are getting restless.
Well, we've got great fans here in St. Louis. I mean, I think these fans have been pretty resilient over the course of the last few years. I mean, let's not get back to the last lockout. This team was dead last in the National Hockey League, and the fans have come back, and I mean, we got such a great core of St. Louis Blues fans. I mean,
with so many young faces on the Blues roster, many fans are worried how the inexperience factor will affect the team.
I don't think it's going to affect this team at all. I mean, I think the fact that they are young, I think they're going to be much more energetic, and I think that if they set out a whole season, it probably hurts them more because they've got a lot of extra energy that they'd like to expound right now.
Hockey is a lifestyle for these players, and they have played their entire lives. so not playing is starting to take its toll.
They want to play, and this is a team that really believes in themselves. I mean, 109 points last year, a team that lost to the Stanley Cup champion, LA Kings. So they feel that they're right on the cusp of winning a cup. And I think when you feel that you're that good, you want to play as quickly as possible because you have a lot to prove.
With nothing getting resolved in the lockout, many fans are starting to point fingers at either side of the spectrum. Bernie gives his views.
Both sides have to obviously budge. I mean, I think the players have obviously have got some valid points in what they're asking for. They don't feel that that they should be punished for contracts that they've signed in the past. But that being said, though, it's a new CBA. So as soon as you have a new collective bargaining agreement, they were getting 57% before. It's going to be probably 50-50 as we see. I mean, they got to concede some stuff too as well. Both sides are right and both sides are wrong. So until they come to the agreement that what they're doing is bad for the game itself, I think they have to stop putting themselves before the game. I think the game is the most important thing, and once they get that in their minds, I think that we will have a settlement.
There are so many loose ends in the lockout, but some people have ideas on how to resolve them.
Well, it's going to be a give and take. I mean, I really believe that there's going to have to be concessions from both sides. I mean, the owners are actually willing to give more right now as far as the putting some deferred money into the contracts, so the contracts are going to be made whole from the past. So the players now probably going to have to give in some of the things.
We're standing outside of Bobby's Place, a local hockey bar. We're going to see if we can't get some fans' perspective on the lockout and how it might come to an end in the future.
It's a little aggravating. The Blues had a great season last year, and to think that it could be a lockout this year and they won't have a season at all is disappointing. I think a lot of fans will be disappointed by it.
The fans have had to put up with a lot, and it's starting to take its toll.
I think it'll affect the fan base a lot. Like I said, I mean, it seems like we had a lot of momentum last year. People were really getting into hockey. We've had a few lockouts in the recent years. I think this is going to cause people to maybe not go to as many games.
For what seems like such a complicated issue to some, Joe seems to have his own ideas on how to settle the lockout.
It's a business, and whether they make millions or billions of dollars, the overhead is astronomical. They're running a business, and these are employees, the players that play for them. And the players need to realize that this is not NFL, it's not Major League Baseball. Jersey sales, ticket sales, the sport does not accumulate as much money and revenue as other sports.
After what seems like forever to some, fans and people tied to the game financially are in the same boat, sitting and waiting. This has been Jeremiah Skaggs with JCTV, and thanks for stopping by. That'll do it for news and sports. Thank you for being here. Now I'll toss it to Kevin Mayberry for the student trivia contest.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Hi, and welcome to Viking Trivia. My name is Kevin Mayberry. I'll be your host. Tonight's game is going to consist of 4 rounds. The first 2 rounds are 10 questions worth 5 points apiece. The third round is 5 questions worth 10 points apiece. And the fourth round is a bonus round where our contestants can wager however many points they have. All right, now introducing our contestants. Right here we have Josh Cervino. In the middle we have Elaine Herrera. And on the end we have Big Mama D. All right, with that being said, let's jump right into the game in round 1. First question. What sport used the term long ball before baseball did? Josh?
Football.
Incorrect. You were next.
Cricket.
Correct. 5 points for Elaine. All right. Next question. Who hit the walk-off home run in Game 6 of the World Series in 2011 for the Cardinals?
David Freese.
Correct again. How many home runs did Mark McGwire hit in the 1998 season? Big Mom D?
40.
Nope, that is wrong.
70.
That's correct. Which former Cardinals baseball player is known as the Man? Big Mom D?
Stan.
Stan. All right, Josh?
Stan Musial.
Correct. How many gold gloves did Jim Edmonds earn for the Cardinals?
8.
That's correct. Who had over 15,000 receiving yards for the Rams when he was a wide receiver?
Oh. Mark Mule? No.
No, that's the wrong answer. We passing or?
Bruce?
What's his first name? All right, that's close enough. Give her half credit. Which former Rams running back rushed for over 12,000 yards in his career? All right, well, the answer I was looking for was Marshall Faulk. When he played at Mizzou, how many points did Kim English average per game? Elaine?
14.5.
That's correct. Which college did NBA player Larry Hughes go to?
St. Louis University.
That's correct. What former Jeffco baseball player pitches for the Toronto Blue Jays now? All right, time's up. I was looking for Mark Burley. All right, now we're moving on to round 2, movies. What movie is the quote, "This is Sparta" come from?
300.
That's correct. In Star Wars, a Jedi uses...
Lightsaber.
That's incorrect.
Force.
That's correct. Katniss Everdeen is a character from what famous book trilogy that was turned into a movie?
The Hunger Games.
That's correct. What Brad Pitt movie was about a former MLB player turned manager? Big Mom D.
Moneyball.
Correct. What year was the movie Rise of the Planet of the Apes released?
2011.
That's correct. Tony Stark is a character from which?
Iron Man.
All right. What George Clooney movie was filmed in St. Louis?
St. Lunatics.
No, that's incorrect.
Archman.
No. Want to get a stab at it, Josh?
No, pass it.
Pass? All right, I was looking for Up in the Air. Ron Burgundy is a character from which movie?
St. Louis, man.
Mm-mm. Pass? I was looking for Anchorman. Who is the voice of Poe in Kung Fu Panda?
Jack Black.
That's correct. What is the name of the famous British agent?
James Bond.
That's correct. All right, now we're moving on to round 3, music. Nelly and Murphy Lee are a part of what St. Louis rap group?
St. Lunatics.
That's correct. Which Michael Jackson album had...
Bad.
All right, correct. What song had the longest run in...
I forgot.
All right, pass.
Call Me Maybe.
That's correct. Who has the most sold albums of all time?
Michael Jackson.
All right, that's correct. In 2012, singer Adele tied Beyonce with the most Grammys won in one night. How many Grammys did Adele win?
6.
That's correct. All right, now we're moving on to the lightning round. Who's the former center in the NBA that has 4 championship rings and a double platinum rap album?
Shaquille O'Neal.
That's correct. All right, looks like Elaine Herrera has won. She won this awesome Jeffco keychain. Yes. I'd like to thank you ladies for coming out, and Josh. And back to you, Jeremiah.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight on JCTV. I hope you guys had a good time, and thanks for stopping by.